hello there my little goldies, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another edition of Color Gab with me, Sweet Nightingale, or Sharon. And we're going to be continuing our series in our Little Hearts stained glass coloring book. If you watched my last Color Gab, we colored this image here. Can you guys see that? We colored this image there with the Crayola signature colored pencils. And I showed those to you guys in a haul. But this time we're going to be using the Strokes Art colored pencils that I got in the same haul. And I have them just kind of spread out right here in front of me. I took them out of the box. They really need to go in a case, but yeah. So just a little bit of housekeeping. I am coloring with the visual impairment, so just know that sometimes my head will get in the way. I try to keep that out of the way as much as possible because I do have to get close to my work so I can see what I'm doing. So we try to minimize that as much as possible, but you know, just know that that's going to be the case. And also, I will provide the link to this book in the description section on Amazon, as well as these colored pencils. I will put links in there. And just so you know, I am an Amazon affiliate, so anytime you decide to purchase anything from any links that I provide in my videos, I get a small, tiny little commission back, and that just helps to go back in to help support the channel so that I can show you new things, you know, new books, new supplies, and fun giveaways and things like that so that our content remains fresh and new. I have a little tip jar down there, so if you are so inclined to send me a coffee, you can go ahead and do that. It's not necessary, but it is there if anybody is so inclined. And thank you to Stephanie, who has done that for me already. So, all right, let's go ahead and get on with the coloring. We are going to color, let's see, we are going to color this little image here, and it's all different hearts, and it kind of looks like mandala style kind of thing, but we're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so let me just grab a few colors, and I will be right back, and we will get on with the coloring. All right, so these pencils really don't have any names or any numbers on these, so I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants here, and we're gonna try to make it work. We're just gonna see what's gonna go on here. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the darker color along with my paper here. So if you guys have watched my last video where I colored with the Crayola signature brand pencils, we did some hearts there in this book as well. So if you have not done so, go ahead and watch that video. Okay. So we're going to do these hearts just a tad differently than what we did with the last ones. We're going to just put some darker colors in the strategic places just a little bit. Just a little bit on the edge, not much. Because I want to have some shading, you know, kind of in that middle there with the lighter color. I'm finding that these pencils here, these are the Strokes Art colored pencils. I'm finding, from what I can see so far, and this is the first time I've had a chance to use these, I think these are a harder lead than the Crayola signature ones. It seems like these are a little bit of a harder lead, and you have to kind of press down just a little bit, I think. These pencils were recommended to me by Katrina Belgum. So thank you, Katrina, for recommending these pencils. So we're going to see how they react on this paper. Now, not all pencils are going to react to all papers as nicely, as equally as you know, as what they will with other papers. But we're just going to see how. Now, this is a stained glass coloring book. So this is like a little tiny little stained glass coloring book, like pocket size. Okay, so if you're familiar with the ones, the bigger ones that that have been put out by Dover Publications, then you will know that this is the same kind of paper that they use. It might be slightly different, but it is the vellum paper, and you know, it's transparent. As we can see through with the designs here, it is a transparent paper. Okay. And I'm just trying to kind of layer it like I did last time with the Crayola signature ones. So I do want to try this on other paper as well, not just this, obviously. I like to see how pencils react on different paper. But from what I can see so far, I think these are a much harder lead than the Crayola signature ones. This will probably do pretty well on Create Space paper. Now these will be part of my Pencilmania series. So be on the lookout for that. I just have to get them swatched. I have to figure out a good way to swatch them because these don't have any names or anything on them. These don't have any kind of names. Now I think for these, I think I'm going to have to press down just a little bit to get more color out because these seem like that they're going to be a harder pencil to work with than the last ones that we used. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work, and hopefully we can get some nice shading and stuff. Sometimes in a color pencil set it's really hard to find some good pinks and reds. You don't get as many as what you do like with greens or blues or anything like that. I'm having to press down kind of hard with these pencils because it seems like it's a much harder lead than the other ones were. So these ones here you're going to have to work with a little bit more, it looks like, you know, to get your color payoff. And it doesn't seem like it wants to blend as nicely. I mean, we've only used like 2 colors so far, so, you know, we're going to see. And I think I'm going to try a different technique over here, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these 2 hearts the same color. I'll make these 2 hearts over here the same color, so it looks a little bit more symmetrical. So I'm going to try a different technique on this other heart. We're going to try to go from maybe lightest to darkest and see if maybe that works a little bit better. I'm going to color the whole heart with this color. So, what's everybody up to? Are you guys keeping warm? I hope you're keeping warm and healthy. As you guys have heard me say on other videos, I was very sick with the flu over these last couple of weeks, and it's been very tough because this flu that's been going around is some really nasty stuff. It is some very nasty stuff, and you don't want to get this. If you haven't gotten it already, I hope you remain healthy because you don't want to get this stuff. Because this is a mean thing to get. Okay. It's not nice. It is not nice. I am here to tell you that it is not a nice thing to get. But I am feeling much better. Still got the cough that wants to hang around just a little bit. But I think with most things, I think the cough is always the last to go. But at least that overwhelming fatigue hasn't hit me too much lately, because I was having some really nasty issues with that, just the fatigue. Oh, the fatigue and the cough, and I had the chills. I had tummy issues. You name it, I had it. I mean, I had I think just about all the symptoms that you can possibly get with this. But I am feeling much better. Thank goodness. Yeah, see, I'm having to press down pretty hard with these pencils. These aren't quite as nice to use, I don't think. I mean, these are These are much harder lead to work with. So you have to kind of put forth a little bit more effort to get it to blend. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work, and I think we'll make a nice picture. I want to see how it works on other paper as well. Just maybe this paper it's not going to work as nicely on. Now the Crayola signature ones worked really nicely on this paper. These ones, you have to press down quite a bit more to get your colors to come off. So if you have hand pain or like arthritis or something, these pencils may not be the best for you from what I can see so far, because they're kind of making my hand ache just a little bit. And like I don't have any carpal tunnel issues anymore like I used to, but I had carpal tunnel surgery back in 2010 to fix that, and I haven't had any issues with it since. But still, if you have like wrist pain or anything, these pencils may not be the thing for you. Okay, let's see what else we got for these next two hearts. I think I'm gonna try, let's see. I need a case for these, I really do. I'm gonna have to invest in some cases because I'm going to need them. We can try this purple, and maybe we can try this one, this color. All right. Let's see how well these two will blend together. You see that? And you see that? We'll see how well these two blend together. And I think I'll start from lightest to dark, and I'll see how that's gonna work out. Okay. Might have to flip the book a little bit. Okay. We'll try from lightest to dark this time and see how this works. So sometimes some of the colors will come off a little better than others. This one doesn't seem to be too bad. A little bit of fallout. You ever had a set of colored pencils where you got like a lot of fallout from the pencils? You ever had that before? I've kind of seen that with the Prismas a little bit, just because they are so soft. But have you had a set of colored pencils where there was just constant fallout? You ever had that before? Wonder if you've ever seen that before. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to press a little bit to get my color to come out the way I want it to. I'm thinking that these are not gonna be some of my favorite pencils, but I do want to see how it's gonna react with other paper. This paper just might be a little bit too smooth for them. I don't know. We'll see how it does on the Create Space paper. So we'll do a little bit more testing with them. See, I'm pressing quite a bit. Now I'm getting sort of heavy-handed. I was talking about in my last video where, you know, when I was a kid, I was so heavy-handed with my crayons. And I try not to be so heavy-handed with my pencils, but sometimes you gotta press to get what you want out of them. Which I wish I didn't have to do that, because I really don't like it to be, you know, so much work. You know, like where you got to put in a lot of effort to get it to blend right and to get your color payoff. But these pencils weren't, you know, I mean, they're more of a, these pencils are kind of a budget-friendly pencil. They were like, for 50 pencils, they were like 19. So I mean, they weren't the cheapest either, but you know, they're not terribly expensive either. But there's 50 pencils in this set. I mean, they do have some pretty colors. I won't lie about that. It's just, I kind of feel like you got to work with them a little bit more. The Crayola signature ones were quite a bit more effortless. They weren't quite as stiff and hard as these, it seems. Yeah, I'm going to try my darkest to light and see if maybe that helps a little bit more. I just kind of feel like you got to work with these a little bit more to get it to come out right. At least on this paper. Maybe other papers it'll act a little bit nicer. I don't know. We'll test it out and we'll see. So, I hope everybody had a nice Valentine's Day. I know I kind of said that in my last video. We don't really do anything special, you know, but sometimes I like to watch some sappy love story movies on Valentine's Day. I didn't really get much of a chance to do that, though, because we were kind of, was it Wednesday was Valentine's Day, I think? Yeah, I think I just spent that day just kind of catching up with my journal and stuff, and then I took a nap. Or, no, that was yesterday. Wednesday? I'm trying to think what I did Wednesday. Oh, I know what I did Wednesday. I made a video for my Sims channel. I haven't edited or uploaded it yet, but I did make a video for my Sims channel on Wednesday. Because I felt in the mood to do that, so that's what I did. Okay. So, I don't know what I think about these pencils as of yet. Like I said, I feel like you got to kind of work with these a little bit more to get it to have your desired results. And I don't think it blends as nicely as the Crayola signature ones. In my opinion. Now maybe there's some people that have these that totally love them. And maybe these just need to grow on me a little bit. Maybe I just need to use them a little bit more. We'll see. You know, I'm not going to write them off yet. Because I feel like I need to use it, you know, a fair amount before I say if I really like it or not. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Let's see. I think I'm gonna take maybe I'll just take this pencil and just kind of go in the corners. Oops. Get it in there. I think I'll just go in the corners with this pencil. I don't think I'm going to worry about blending this color. I'll just do the corners with this. Some colors I think come off a little bit better than others, where you don't have to press as hard. But there's some that you really got to mash down on, which I kind of wish it wasn't like that. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I was even in frame for that one corner. And I don't know, they feel a little chalky to me too. These pencils feel a little bit chalky to me. So I don't know how I feel about these as of yet. I don't know. I need to see how it's going to act on other paper, because this is kind of unique paper, and you don't want to judge a pencil just on this paper alone. So I feel like that I have to see how it's going to go on other paper before I can really say if I like them or not. It just seems to me that you have to press down a little bit more to get your colors out of it. And you get some fallout, and it feels a little chalky. So I'm reserving judgment. It's just got a chalky feel to it, at least on this paper. I'm just reserving my judgment right now. Let me know if you guys have these pencils and what you think of them, if you have them. Let me know if you've used them. Let me know if you have used them on this paper, or let me know if you've used these pencils, if you have them, if you've used them, and let me know what you think of them if you are familiar with them. Because I'm still reserving judgment on them as of right now. And have you ever had like one set of colored pencils that you just absolutely hated? I have, and I don't have those pencils anymore. But those were the ones that they were called the Voyage colored pencils, and they were 50 in a set, and they came in this plastic tube, and oh, they were awful. I did not like them one bit. They got some decent reviews on Amazon. Some people really liked them, but not me. I had a few that kept breaking, and no matter what I would use to sharpen it with, they would keep breaking, and they were just so hard to work with, and they killed my hand after a while. So I couldn't handle them. I couldn't deal with them. Could not deal with them. All right, let's see what else we have. This picture I don't think is going to take us as long to do, not like the other little hearts did. I think this one is probably not going to take us as long to do. Let's try. don't know if I want to do this yellow. All right, guys, I'm going to look for some colors and I will be right back. All right, let's try this metallic one. This seems like I think this is a metallic silver. And let's just try it on these partial hearts right here around these. Let's see how it's going to work. Okay. It doesn't really have much of a metallic effect, and you really got to press on it. At least on this paper you do. I don't know. I don't know about these pencils yet. Yeah, see, this looks more gray than anything. This pencil here, it looks more gray than anything. Boy, I'm really having to press on this. You get quite a bit of fallout. I don't know, guys. I don't know about these pencils. At least on this type of paper, I don't know yet. I'm not really impressed with these pencils on this paper. I mean, we'll finish the picture, but I'm not digging these pencils on this paper, at least. It could react beautifully on other paper, but this doesn't seem to be really impressive right about now. I'm just not impressed. We'll try it on some Create Space paper and some other paper. But I don't know. Right now, they're a little disappointing. I think once I get done with this picture, I'm going to have to rest my hand, because at least on this paper, you know, and pressing down as hard as I am, it's kind of killing my hand a little bit. Yeah. Okay, let's find a little bit more colors and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to take this pencil and just kind of fill in some of the littler spaces, like right here. I think this one's supposed to be a black one. I'm just going to take this pencil and just fill in the smaller spaces here, like between the hearts. See, this black pencil is coming off more gray, more dark gray than anything too. It's not really black. I don't know. At least on this paper, it's not doing me any favors. I liked the Crayola signature pencils better on this paper. Like I said, I'm not going to write them off yet because they could act a lot better on other paper, which we're going to try it out and see. Not in this video, but I'll try it out probably off camera and maybe, you know, do another video with these. We'll definitely do them in the Pencilmania series. We'll definitely be doing that. but I have to get them swatched. I have to get them swatched, and I have to figure out what we're going to color with them. Ugh. These are not a joy to use on this paper, though. But anyway, I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you all had a nice week. And are you looking forward to the weekend? Today is Friday, so I am looking forward to the weekend. The only thing we've got going this weekend is we go to our pen club. We have a fountain pen club that meets once a month, and so we go to that. And I have my rehearsal for choral group, which I will need to attend that. Let's see. Let's try. I'm going to grab a couple of other colors here. Orange and pink, I don't think that's going to go well together though. Let's see what else there is. Okay, maybe this orange and brownish color. Maybe these two colors will go well. We'll see. Let's see what we get here. Let's try it on. Let's try it on the smaller hearts right here. Okay, now this color here, I don't have to press as hard on it. A little bit. But it just seems like, oh yeah, I still got to press a little bit. I thought maybe I could get away with not having to press so hard, but yeah, I'm still having to press a bit. Yeah, it's just not, these just aren't really the greatest on this paper. Ugh, and it's got such a chalky feel. I hate the chalkiness to these pencils. Ugh. Like if you run your hand over the, like after you get the color down, like if you run your hand over the color, oh, it just feels chalky. It feels very chalky to me. So, anyway, the weekend, I'm kind of glad that I'll have at least somewhat of a free weekend. We had a pretty free weekend last weekend, actually, a very free weekend. We didn't have much to do, and I didn't have rehearsal last week because our choral director was gone on vacation, so we didn't really have, I didn't really have much to do. This weekend, like I said, we have our pen club and I have rehearsal. But other than that, we don't have anything going tomorrow, which is good. Can just sort of relax and just enjoy the Saturday. I will be glad when it starts to warm up because, man, I've had just enough of snow. I've had enough of snow and enough of cold weather. I'm ready for all of that to be over with. I am so ready for all of that to be over with. So how many of you are ready for spring like me? Are you ready for spring, or are you still a winter person? I don't know, it just seems like the older I get, the more I hate the cold weather. It just does not do a thing for me. All it does for me is just, it makes me ache and it makes me grumpy, and I hate it. I do, I hate it. If I was a sane person, I would do my best to try to move to a warmer climate. But since I am not a single person and I got the rest of the family to think about, it makes it hard. I don't know, maybe I'll just blend these two together. So far, not impressed on this paper. Not impressed. But we'll get this picture done. Okay, I'm going to find some other colors and I will be right back. Alright, let's see what these two are going to do. Whoops. Can we see that? Let's see what these two will do. And we'll work on these two hearts right there. We'll take the darker one and we'll kind of go around here. Gosh, I hate how I have to press so hard on these. Man, it seems like all this, I need to stop, I need to stop saying that, because I feel like this video is mostly just me complaining. And I don't want it to be like that, so yeah. So like I said, I hope everybody's having a good day and a good Friday. I'm recording this on Friday, the, what is today? Friday, the, is it this? Gosh. Oh, well, I broke a pencil. Okay, this one broke. Okay. Today I think is Friday the 16th, I think, because Wednesday I think was Valentine's Day. So this pencil broke. I was just coloring with it and this lead just broke. So not so cool. We'll grab my Tagal and see if I can sharpen this up. Okay. Come on, little Tagal. Do your best here. Okay. All right, let's see what that'll do. And then I want to see just how much pencil I used. Okay, not too bad. But I got these two ends together here, and as you can see, this one is a little bit shorter. But you know, that's going to happen as you sharpen. But we'll see if we will see if this one we'll see if this one holds, and hopefully it won't break. Sometimes you get a pencil that just wants to break all the time. I had, like in my regular Crayola pencils, I have a rose colored pencil. I think it was rose pink or whatever that color is called. But that one just kept wanting to break all the time. And I think I sharpened it like 3 times and half the pencil, like it broke like 3 times and half the pencil was gone. With trying to with trying to keep it sharpened so I could color with it. But I would color with it and it would just break, and I didn't really press down on it too hard either. It wasn't like I was really mashing down on it, but it just kept wanting to break. I heard some people say that the feelers, that they've been having those issues with the feelers. With those pencils, that they just keep breaking on you. So yeah. Okay. I'll come up here and we're gonna do this heart up here toward the top. I hope we can see that. Okay. But you guys tell me, like in the comment section, have you ever had a pencil or a set of colored pencils that no matter what you did, they just kept breaking? You couldn't get them to sharpen, to, you know, to be able to color with them very well. Have you guys had pencils like that? And if so, tell me what they were, and if you were able to rectify that situation. Were you able to do anything about it? Or did you just have to throw your hands up and say, well, can't really do anything with it? Because sometimes when you get pencils that they just want to break all the time, there's really not too much you can do about it. Sometimes switching a sharpener will help, but there's times that just nothing seems to want to work, no matter what you do. And sorry for the silence, just a minute. I just don't like these things on this paper. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right. Okay, 2 more hearts to do. Man, that's pretty pathetic when you just when you just you know, when you're just kind of counting down. Okay, only 2 more left to do, and then I'm done. Then I'm done. But I think I'm going to try to find the gold metallic pencil, and I think we'll finish it off with the gold metallic pencil on these hearts, and then I think we'll call it a day. So just give me a minute while I find that, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so I've got the gold metallic pencil here, and we're just going to finish off with the last 2 hearts with this one, and then I think we're going to call it a day on this one. So I'm just only going to make it 1 color. I'm not going to shade this one. I just want to see how the metallic stuff looks on this paper. We don't really get too much of a metallic effect on here. Just kind of looks like it kind of just looks like a washed out yellow to me on this paper. And I'm still having to press pretty hard to get it to work, to get any kind of color off of it. And I don't know if you can hear. I'll quit talking for a minute, and I don't know if you can, and I'll see if it'll pick up the sound of the pencils on the paper. Could you guys hear that? I mean, you can kind of just hear, if the video picked it up, you'd be able to just hear the sound that the pencils make on this paper. They're not very quiet either. But as you could tell, like if you watched the video where I did the Crayola signature ones, like those you could hardly hear at all. Like they were very quiet, but these things are pretty noisy. And you got to press really hard to get your color out, at least on this paper. It might work better on paper that there's more tooth to. But for this paper, you really got to mash down on it to get your color out. And then you can still kind of see some pencil streaks. Okay, one more heart. And it feels kind of scratchy too, like when you're coloring with this, at least on this paper. Now again, I'm still reserving judgment because, you know, it could act a whole lot differently on other paper. But at least on this paper, you got to press really hard and it feels very scratchy. And the pencils are loud. They're not quiet. And my hand is hurting. My hand is hurting, guys. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a workout. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. All right, guys. I think that is our picture done. That is our picture done. And yeah, so what I think about these pencils on this paper, I don't like these pencils on this paper at least. I'm gonna try it out on other paper. We're going to feature these pencils in Pennsylvania at some point down the road in the future, in the near future. And I'm just trying to close my box. Ugh. Okay, come on. Come on, close up. There, well, okay, well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, so here is the picture done. Let me just zoom out so we can see. Whoops. Let me just zoom out so we can see. Okay, here is the picture done. Can you guys see that? So this was done with the Strokes Art colored pencils. And then let me just compare that to the one that that we did with the Crayola Signature brand from the last video. Okay, so here is the Crayola brand Crayola Signature pencils with that picture that we did. So what I think about those pencils on this paper, I don't like it. I don't like how these pencils reacted on this paper. To me, they had such a chalky feel, like after they were put down. There's quite a bit of fallout. I really had to press really hard to get the colors out. As you can see, there wasn't too much shading because I had a hard time getting it to blend correctly. So basically on this paper, I don't like these pencils on this paper. It hurt my hand because I had to press down so hard. We'll try it on other paper. We'll see how it works. But on the stained glass paper, I wouldn't use these pencils on it because you're gonna, at least I did, I had a hard time with it. But anyway, I'm still glad I got to show it to you guys, and here is what our hearts look like with the Strokes Art pencils. So I will put that on Instagram, I'll put that on my Facebook group. Don't forget to come on over to join my Facebook group. There's a link in the description section, so you can do that. You can follow me on Instagram. And go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already, but better yet, hit that bell so you can be notified when new content is uploaded. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Go ahead and hit that like button, of course, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, I'm gonna go rest my hands now. Bye, my little goldies. Talk to you later. Bye.